The Sony A7S IV has quickly become one of the most anticipated cameras in the photography and filmmaking world. With the A7S III now approaching its fourth year on the market, many professionals and enthusiasts are looking to Sony for the next big step in low-light video performance and hybrid camera innovation. The A7S line has always stood apart from Sony's other alpha models, carving out a unique reputation as the company's true low-light powerhouse and video-centric tool. Now, with the A7S IV, rumors suggest Sony is preparing to push the limits once again, introducing features that could completely reshape how creators approach filmmaking, commercial work, and content creation. What's particularly interesting is how much speculation surrounds this camera. Unlike some models where leaks narrow in on consistent specifications, the A7S IV has generated multiple, sometimes conflicting, rumor threads. That only adds to the intrigue, because it suggests Sony may be testing several prototypes and configurations, keeping the final direction closely guarded. What is clear, however, is that expectations are sky-high, and if Sony delivers even half of what is being rumored, the A7S IV could easily become one of the most important cameras of 2025. One of the first areas where rumors suggest Sony has focused attention is ergonomics and usability. The A7S III was widely praised for its build quality and handling, but it did face occasional criticism when used for extended, intensive video recording sessions. Overheating, while not as pronounced as in some competitors, was still a concern for professionals pushing the camera to its limits in high-resolution or long-form shooting scenarios. The Sony A7S IV is said to introduce a new thermal management system, reportedly incorporating an advanced radiator-style cooling design. This would allow the camera to dissipate heat more effectively, ensuring longer recording times even at demanding resolutions like 6K. By building this cooling system directly into the body without drastically increasing its size, Sony could offer filmmakers reliability without compromising portability. In terms of physical design, most rumors suggest Sony will stick with the familiar A7S form factor, keeping the compact full-frame body that makes it such a versatile choice for handheld work, gimbal setups, and travel productions. Subtle refinements may include a slightly upgraded electronic viewfinder with higher resolution and a brighter, more responsive LCD touchscreen on the back. These adjustments, while minor compared to the headline-grabbing specs, would make the camera more comfortable and practical to use in demanding field conditions. Perhaps the most debated rumor surrounding the Sony A7S IV concerns its sensor. Multiple sources point in different directions, making this one of the biggest mysteries about the upcoming release. One leak suggests that the A7S IV will feature a 20.5 megapixel sensor, with around 19 effective megapixels, a design similar to the sensor inside Sony's FX9 professional cinema camera. This version of the sensor is rumored to use a groundbreaking two-layer transistor architecture, allowing for larger photodiodes that dramatically improve light gathering ability. In practical terms, this would mean twice the low-light performance compared to current generation sensors, cementing the A7S IV as the go-to option for night shooting, event videography, and documentary filmmakers working in uncontrolled lighting. On the other hand, alternative rumors point toward a more radical direction: a 24-megapixel global shutter sensor, comparable to the one used in Sony's A9 III. If this proves true, it would be a major leap for the A7S series. A global shutter completely eliminates the rolling shutter artifacts that plague traditional CMOS sensors during fast motion or quick panning. This would make the A7S IV ideal not only for cinematic production but also for live sports, action, and even VR/R workflows where distortion-free imagery is critical. While both options sound compelling, it's unlikely Sony will combine them in a single model. That leaves fans wondering, will the A7S IV double down on its traditional strength of low-light dominance, or pivot toward becoming the first affordable global shutter hybrid camera? The A7S IV is also rumored to make a big leap in stabilization technology. Current whispers suggest it could feature an 8-stop in-body image stabilization IBIS system, an improvement over what we've seen in the A7S III. This would provide handheld shooters with unmatched stability, particularly when combined with Sony's lenses that include optical stabilization. For video, Sony is said to be adding dynamic active stabilization, creating even smoother footage without relying heavily on gimbals or external rigs. Autofocus will almost certainly see an upgrade too. Sony's AI-powered autofocus system, which has impressed users of the A7RV and A9 III, is expected to be incorporated into the A7S IV. This system excels at recognizing and tracking subjects, whether they are humans, animals, or vehicles, ensuring consistent focus even during complex movements. For video creators, this means fewer ruined takes and greater confidence when shooting with wide-aperture lenses. The most exciting rumors about the Sony A7S IV revolve around its video recording modes. Multiple leaks point to 6K recording at a variety of frame rates, 24, 30, 60, and even 120 frames per second. If accurate, this would mark a massive leap forward from the A7S III, not just in resolution, but in flexibility. By oversampling 6K footage to produce sharper 4K video, Sony could give users both the option for ultra-high resolution and the cleanest possible downsampled output. A dual native ISO system is also rumored, with the secondary base ISO reportedly set at 25,600. This would make the A7S IV an absolute beast in extreme low light conditions, maintaining image clarity where competitors fall apart. For documentary shooters, wedding videographers, and those working in natural light, this feature could be transformative. The combination of 6K capture, oversampled 4K modes, and ultra-high ISO performance positions the A7S IV to once again become the gold standard for low-light video. When it comes to pricing, industry whispers suggest the Sony A7S IV will carry a higher price tag than its predecessor. While the A7S III launched at $3,499, expectations are that the A7S IV could cost closer to $4,000. This aligns with inflation, component costs, and the premium features being teased. While that may stretch the budget for some creators, the unique capabilities of the A7S IV could justify the investment for professionals who rely on their gear for income. As for release timing, the most credible reports suggest a second half of 2025 launch, possibly in November. Supporting this speculation are recent reports that Sony has registered new camera codes in China, a common early sign that a product is nearing final stages of development. While nothing is official, this timeline would make sense, especially as Sony looks to refresh its professional camera lineup heading into 2026. The Sony A7S IV has become one of the most highly anticipated cameras of 2025 for good reason. While much about it remains speculative, the potential feature set reads like a wish list for filmmakers. 6K high frame rate recording, dual native ISO for unmatched low-light performance, powerful stabilization, AI autofocus, and possibly even global shutter technology. Pair those with a refined body, improved cooling, and a realistic though higher price point, and Sony could once again redefine the low-light video category. That said, until Sony officially confirms the specifications, all we have are rumors and educated guesses. It's clear, however, that the A7S IV won't just be another incremental upgrade. If even a portion of the leaks prove true, it could represent one of the most significant steps forward for hybrid creators in years. For now, all eyes remain on Sony, and the wait for their next low-light flagship continues.